Well, I want to start first off just thanking Beach Cities Health District and Blue Zones in general for all that we've been able to collaborate with over the years. It's just been a real blessing to me, indeed, and to our restaurants. And to start with, I would like to first give you a little background on the restaurants and how we came into the South Bay. So it started when I was the young age of 15 years old. I got a job in a restaurant as a busboy to save some money to get a car when I got my driver's license and turned 16. And so I got this restaurant job, and I was bussing tables on Friday and Saturday night. And the first night I just was like, wow, this is amazing. This is so fun. This isn't even work. And I got tipped at the end of the night by the server, and I went home with some cash in my pocket. And the next night was even better. It was busy, and the time flew by, and just interacting with other employees and the guests at the restaurant. I came home and announced to my parents that I had decided what I was going to do the rest of my life, and that was going to be own a restaurant. And I had no idea what I wanted to do, where it was going to happen, but from that point on, that's what I was going to do. And I went to University of Utah Business School when I graduated high school. And then I transferred to Denver University and finished up in their hospitality program, which with an emphasis on restaurants, because restaurants is what I was going to do. I ended up after graduating in LA, back in LA, and got a job. And then I went to work in Manhattan Beach, and I ended up in Manhattan Beach from Beverly Hills. And I'd never been to the South Bay, really. I grew up in the Valley, and I kind of went to Malibu or Zuma to go to the beach, and the South Bay was just crazy. It was so cool down here. I was like, wow, I see why people never leave this area. And I was lucky enough in 1979 to find a restaurant in West LA, and I opened a little burger stand, and I still continue to work in Manhattan Beach called Good Stuff in West LA. And then I was fortunate the next year to find this little restaurant down in Hermosa on the bottom of 13th Street, 1 block north of the pier, and took that over. Got the keys on my birthday, March 20th, 1980. And 1 month later, we were open up for business as Good Stuff on the Strand. And the rest is pretty much just continued to open a couple restaurants here in the South Bay. And now I have 4 in the South Bay. And it has been an incredible gift to be able to do business down here. And we were celebrating our 40th year anniversary today, and this season in 2020, and then the COVID hit, and so everything kind of went out the door. But we're still around. We plan on being around for a long time after this, and getting through the COVID. So that's how I became the Good Stuff restaurants, and how we located in the South Bay. And now I'm sitting in my Redondo restaurant this afternoon and talking to you guys, and thank you for this opportunity. I would like to go over first off that we have now, with COVID hitting us for the last couple months, and we have a certain amount of standards that we've put in as far as sanitizing, and I kind of wanted to go through some of those things, and also talk about the extra care that we take and what we've had to do now that we're in this COVID season. And our restaurant's kind of quiet, but I'm going to put my mask on, and we can walk over here, and I can show you a couple of areas. This is our clean station here. Hold on one second. Let me see how I flip the camera. Oh. So anyway, we have this clean station. This is where everything is that was used, like single use. I mean, the bottles of ketchup and mustard and Cholula and everything. How this is, we know this has been sanitized. So when it's brought in from the tables, it ends up over here with our sanitizing solution, the 2 bus trays. And since it's so slow right now, we don't have some items up here to be sanitized, but this is where it comes from the patio. And then when it's all sanitized, it comes over here out of the dishwasher, silverware, and everything is right here. So it's easy for the servers to know the difference between something that's ready to go on the table and that needs to be cleaned and put over here. And then we have a station right here for our silverware. And one of our employees, well, numerous employees take care of this, but they are required to wash their hands with hot water, and then they sit down and they wrap this silverware like this out of the dishwasher with the gloves if they choose to wear gloves, but they mostly just wash their hands thoroughly. The napkins, the wraps, and then the finished product. And then again, it goes over here, right here. And then if we walked outside, we have our station here, and our station is silverware is ready to go. We've got our tablet for taking names. We got sanitized menus right there, and sanitized solution and towels. Here to our table. Here is our menu with a QR code on it that shows the menu. If they just point that with their camera, pops up the menu. I'm sure you've all seen that in restaurants if you've been out. And each table is sanitized after every use. The chairs are washed down, and we have this little handy thing that shows all the things that we're doing in the restaurant on our table tent. We're doing 10 things specifically. The chairs are washed down, the table's washed down, and all the tables are spaced out. These are particularly spaced out, but we're getting like 6 feet minimum on spacing, and you can see that we're carrying that on into our covered patio too. A lot of protocols. We make sure that any surface that's been touched on a regular basis, i.e. the bathroom doors, are clean constantly. We're just constantly walking around, wiping things down, the door handles, everything, trying to keep our guests, and most importantly too, is our employees safe. I mean, once a customer comes in, they can sit down and start in with a drink, and they can take their masks off. And that is why our employees, our servers that deal directly with the customers, have to wear the face shields as well as the face mask. That is to protect them from a customer that's sitting there without a mask on at the table. So we've had pretty good luck lately. Everybody comes in wearing a mask. At the beginning, our customers, some of them would be kind of, not wearing the mask and just kind of walking in without it. And we would have to kindly ask them to put a mask on. They might not have a mask, and if they didn't have a mask, we had a mask for them. So we were able to accommodate just to make sure everybody feels comfortable. Our business has been interesting. We've been super busy in our restaurants. Obviously it's summer and it's been pretty good weather. It's been a little humid and hot now, but it's been good weather overall. And we've been doing great business on our patios. And we've also been doing a really nice job on our to-go business too.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
What did you say your to-go has increased by?
We've increased from about 10% to 35%.
Wow.
Yeah, we've done it. It's been pretty amazing. And I got to tell you that the work we've done with our marketing team and our social media presence really helped come into this COVID. Yes.
What would you say are like your top 3 or 5 or whatever best selling items off your menu?
Best selling items?
Yeah.
Okay. My best selling item on the menu is the Good Stuff Breakfast, which we've had on the menu since 1980. And it's a combination of pancakes, eggs, bacon or sausage. Instead of pancakes, you can switch out for toast or muffins and potatoes. And that's like just a huge seller for us. And then we have the California wrap, which is really great. It's herb tortilla wrapped with spinach cheese, bacon, fresh turkey, avocado, tomatoes, and lettuce. That's wrapped up and served with ranch. That's a huge seller for us. We also have the Bose salad, which has dates and chopped chicken, and it's tossed in a nice champagne vinaigrette. It's really popular and has almonds in it. It's really delicious. And then a couple items I was going to make tonight for us to view is our tofu scramble, and it's an array of vegetables and tofu that scrambles up just like eggs. Really, it looks just like eggs, and little black beans, and it's delicious served with tortillas, and it's a great substitute for vegans or even people. We have a lot of people that aren't vegans that eat it and love it, and it's just a good substitute for those that are not into eggs and other meat proteins. So it kind of fills that bill. And then I was going to also have my Good Stuff style huevos rancheros, which is our famous green chili chicken verde, and it's in a green sauce, chicken slowly cooked, and it's delicious. We've had this on the menu for at least 25 years. And what we do with this product, we have it on a platter, we serve it in a burrito, we serve it in a breakfast burrito as well. And so what we do is we're doing it over a crispy corn tortilla, and it's served, it's first off, the base is quinoa with cabbage and crispy corn tortillas, 2 eggs, any style, and topped with this delicious chicken chili verde sauce with feta cheese. And that is actually is pretty healthy. The crispy tortillas probably take away from the healthiness part of it a little bit, but you don't have any other starches like potatoes or rice or beans or anything else. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to take you in the kitchen and we're going to do that. A quick look at the restaurant, just so anxiously waiting to get back open, patiently waiting, hopefully sooner than later. This is a cool feature we built. We've been here in Redondo for over 20 years, and we built this in. We put the beams up and then hand built that whole frame work. We had the frame, which is metal, built and then hung up there, and it's pretty life-size actually. It's pretty cool. And then we, of course, hung a Becker Good Stuff board. Phil Becker did for us back probably 20 years ago or so, maybe longer. So yeah, we got some neat things going on in here. I love this restaurant, but I am partial. And then we got Angie here serving. She's got, what do you got going on today? Oh, look at this.
Party omelet with black beans, turkey burger with french fries, and then our chicken chili verde platter.
Oh, here's the chicken chili verde platter I was talking about. Now that is good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Indeed. And then this bacon and egg burger is yummy. It's a burger with fried egg on it, right?
Well, that's a turkey burger.
Oh, you got a turkey burger.
Yeah.
Oh, with the knife. You messed me up with the knife. But anyway, that's
presentation.
yeah, the presentation. It looks good. Little knife and fork burger. Okay. Then we got our cooks back here. There's Luis. Hey, Luis.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
You ready to whip up a little tofu scramble for us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll come back. Put a little fresh garlic. A little fresh basil. Mushrooms. Saute this up. Putting some zucchini, onions, bell peppers. Gonna saute that all up and add the tofu. Pinch of salt. Not much salt. A little good old Cajun spice. A little Cajun spice there. And a little turmeric. now the tofu goes in. Scoop the tofu. Preparing a meal for a king or a queen. Like I said, this is a very popular item for our vegans customers, which we have quite a few, or just a customer looking for something different for breakfast that sounds unique. We serve it with corn tortillas, and it is yummy indeed.
Hey, Chris, I have a question.
Saute that up, and then he's going to throw in some black beans, and then it's ready to serve. He'll just warm up some corn tortillas on the grill, throws in a little spinach right at the end. Let me get that on camera. Sorry.
Whoa.
Little corn tortillas just grilled up. No butter, no oil. Just heat it up on the grill. Looking good, right?
That's gorgeous.
And now the black beans. And the tortillas. And I'll take you back out. We'll see it come up. The buttermilk pancake is amazing. It's so good. It's fluffy. It's just yummy. And you can really taste the freshness and that it was made from scratch. It's not just a package that's, you put water in and then throw it on the grill. This is amazing. And then we have gluten-free pancakes, buttermilk pancakes, which are my favorites. I really like the gluten-free ones. And then we have a cracked wheat, whole wheat pancake as well. And it's got a little sugar in it, but it also has honey, but not a lot of sugar. It does have mostly honey, and those are very popular, but not as popular as the buttermilk. The other thing that makes these great is that we only serve maple syrup, real maple syrup. Pretty much a job or a mission of mine was to get rid of the high fructose sugar products that certain things had, that were in certain products that we're using, like the imitation syrup that we used to use, all high fructose sugar. So we got rid of it, started using real maple syrup, and that's when we decided that we had to have real pancakes as well, real ones. They're made from scratch in the kitchen daily. Serve it with nice, yummy whipped butter and maple syrup. It's even good if you come in for dinner to have a blueberry a buttermilk pancake for dessert. I guarantee you, it's amazing. We also make our own cinnamon swirl French toast. We bake these yummy cinnamon rolls, and then we slice them in half and dip them in egg and grill them, and those are pretty too. And guess what they have on them? I bet you can't guess. Maple syrup. Yes, maple syrup. So it's amazing. And I strongly suggest to have that, and you can have that for dessert too.
That sounds amazing. Are the specials on your app? Like, is that also part of the app order you can do, or is it just something that's a daily thing that you can?
I've been able to put we haven't gotten the specials up on the app yet. The app is seriously launched last week, and we just were kind of getting things worked out on it. So it is available, and it's very handy to have. It shows all our locations, all our menus, easy to order. You can get delivery right through that app too. You don't have to go to one of the delivery companies. You can do it straight from our app, so it's a one push of the button, and you're not doing with a third party. But I don't think we have the specials up quite yet. And we have had a hard time putting the family meal on, because let me just tell you how the family meal works. So the family meal, you call up the day of, and you can order it for a certain pickup time. So you say, hey, I want one family meal. I want it at 5:30. And so we'll have it all ready to go.
There you go.
Thank you. So this is our huevos rancheros. Got grilled tortillas
Oh, God.
today, fresh longhorn.
That looks so
I like
good.
how it sits. It's sort of it sort of pops, you know, and I like the height. And then you can see the cabbage, you can see the quinoa, and the chili verde. With
Oh.
It's so different, that cabbage thing. I mean, it all came up because I was trying to not eat all the right things, you know. I mean, it's for some reason I was just getting kind of a belly on me, and I was like, hey, I can't do that. So
You're
we
killing Chris. You're killing me.
we came up with this. I came up with this idea, and the reason I have cilantro on it and feta is because I love cilantro and feta, and I loved. Normally, I always have the eggs basted when I have it, and this is, you can eat this and you don't feel like, you know, you're all bloated. And I mean, it's a pretty big meal. If you eat the whole thing, yeah, you're feeling pretty full. But I tell you, I just feel better eating it with the cabbage and the quinoa rather than the Spanish rice and black beans. Bottom line, so. You can still get it with that, but this Good Stuff style is a nice way to present a huevos. And, you know, the one thing I do like about Good Stuff, and I'm proud of it, is that we have some items on our menu that are just different than you're going to find. You can go find bacon and eggs, and you can find pancake made with from a batter, but fresh made pancakes, huevos rancheros, Good Stuff style. You're not going to find that. And a toast scramble, pretty unique, pretty different. That filed with the way we serve, the fish dishes we have, the salmon and quinoa, the barramundi. I mean, we have you know, we have some good stuff here. We really do. No, I know that's cliche, and I've used it probably a million times, but what I always say is you are what you eat, so eat good stuff.